work with Democrats on the issue. That'd be a big deal. Tennessee Republican Mark Green is on the Homeland Security Committee. Sir, how are you? And welcome back to our program. We getting a sense of bipartisan breaking out here, or is it too premature for that?
Well, I think everybody knows it's a crisis, so we have to do something about the border. We have to do something about immigration, and if we can put it all together, I mean, that would be a huge win. I think the Democrats haven't had a win in this cycle. I mean, the president is leading. He's made changes on, taxes, regulations. He called it a crisis when it was a crisis when it began. Now Jay Johnson's out saying it's a crisis, so the Democrats are wanting perhaps to do something. And Leader McConnell knows what's going on in the Senate. He's got a read on that, so he's going to take advantage of it, and I think it's time.
Interesting. You say Democrats in the House have not had a victory.
They have not.
Since they got the majority. Well, here's what Nancy Pelosi said, and this is intriguing. Here's her quote. "It's complicated, but it isn't hard to do if you have good intentions. And I'm not giving up on the president on this. I'm always optimistic, and this has to happen. It's inevitable." What do you think of her comment?
Well, that's clearly a softening for Speaker Pelosi, and maybe that's an olive branch. I certainly hope that we can interpret it as that. Again, Leader McConnell came across and said, hey, there's something we can do. We can get something done here on immigration. That certainly should create hope for all of us.
Wow. Mitch McConnell also said that Nancy Pelosi is in a phase where Republicans were for a long time, trying to corral certain members of their caucus on the House side. Is she herding cats in a way where she would need Republican votes to get something done?
Well, that's very possible. She has a larger extreme left wing in her party, and she has thrown a few, light punches toward them with comments that lets people know that she's not there. So hopefully we can get an agreement on this. And, it's sort of like playing poker right now, right? Nobody's showing their cards. It's not time. But at some point, we're all going to get in here, we're going to negotiate, we're going to find some common ground and hopefully get something done on immigration.
Well, here's the problem. You guys all leave Washington yesterday and today. Yeah. You're out for 2 weeks. You come back for a 3-month sprint. And then after August, it's all going to be about 2020, is it not? The window's small for a big deal like this.
Absolutely, and that's kind of why I think, because the Democrats haven't had a lot of victories, they need something, because we're going, after this summer, we go into 2020's election cycle. And so they need a win, and that creates an opportunity for us to negotiate with them. That's some leverage for us.
Are you willing to wheel and deal with Nancy Pelosi?
I think we've got to fix immigration. Clearly, there are things that we're not going to give up on. They've got things they're not going to give up on. If we can find that sort of middle ground on some issues, we can get some of this fixed. And I certainly am willing to talk about that.
Mark Green, thank you for your time, sir. Enjoy the weekend.
Bill.
Thank you.
You too.
All right, 11 minutes now before the hour.
A deadly spring snowstorm leaving thousands.